Imagine a woman who steals $53 million from a city budget, spends it on diamonds, horses, and a luxury car fleet. Got the picture? Now imagine someone else, a modest, smiling lady from a town of 15,000. She goes to church every Sunday, volunteers at charity events, helps organize parades, never late for work, and always brings cake for City Day. Got her in mind? Guess what? Bingo. Same woman. Her name? Rita Crundwell, the most notorious municipal fraudster in US history. Over 22 years, she stole $53 million. No mask, no gun, no psst. Here's the bag of cash. While the town playground's swing was broken, she was buying a $250,000 horse trailer. While kids were reading from 1990s textbooks, she ran a business of 150 purebred stallions. And the city? It thanked her, gave her awards, and wrote about her in the paper. This isn't a movie. This is Dixon, Illinois. And this story will prove one thing. The most dangerous thieves aren't the ones in black masks. They're the ones you greet every morning by the office coffee machine. Genius is often simple. Rita wasn't a hacker. She didn't crawl through vents or sketch out high-level schemes. She was just a city clerk, a bookkeeper, and she opened a bank account. She called it Reserve Sewer Capital Development Account. Nice, huh? Sounds like a 15-page public works report that nobody will ever actually read. Now brace yourself. The account was registered under the city's name, but only one person had access: Rita. And so she started redirecting a slice of every city inflow, taxes, grants, subsidies, officially for capital expenditures. In reality, for a diamond pendant the size of a walnut. She used official city letterheads, signed fake checks, and wrote her own reports. You're thinking, didn't the auditor show up? Of course he did. This was a government office. But every time Rita smiled, handed over 15 printed tables, and said, "Oh, that? It's an internal reserve." That was it. No more questions. And this went on for 22 years. No one looked deeper. Because who would ever double-check the most loyal employee? The one who brings cake for everyone's birthday. All right, you might ask, okay, she stole millions. But for what? What kind of life was that? At first, Rita was modest. She stole like a nervous college kid copying answers on a test. Her first splurge? A pair of white gold earrings, $1,200. She even saved the receipt, just in case. Then she thought, I deserve a little comfort. Next came a designer handbag, then another, and another. Then, a small diamond piece because, it was on sale, only $5,000. The early years, fear, caution, whispers. She even erased signatures from photocopies of checks. Her hands trembled when she bought her first bag. But then, the longer she stole, the easier it became. No one asked questions, no one looked, and she felt it. Impunity. She thought, why not? By year 3, Rita bought her first horse, $15,000. Pretty cheap, actually, for a show breed. She told herself, I love animals, this isn't luxury, it's a hobby. A year later, a second horse, $30,000. Then came the trailer, not the $250,000 one yet. The first was budget-friendly, just $40,000. Everything ran through her. She was the finance officer, the controller, the auditor, all in one. No dual signatures, no division of responsibilities. Rita handled everything, and she was everything. And let's be honest, it was convenient for both sides. She never took sick days, and she brought in cake on admin day. She even bought office decorations out of her own pocket. At City Hall, people said, how would we manage without her? She carries the whole place. And she really did carry it, straight into a fake bank account with that same genius name, Reserve Sewer Capital Development Account. Sounds like capital expenses for sewer infrastructure, right? Exactly, because no one questions a pipe fund, and then it started to grow. She began by siphoning off $20,000 per year. 10 years later, she was moving $100,000 a month. 6 years in, her hobby turned into a national-scale breeding operation. She founded a company, RC, Quarter Horses Limited, and her stallions? They won shows in Las Vegas. Now the money poured in like water. Toward the end, she could pull $150,000 and buy 2 horses without blinking. Just imagine the scale this had grown to. So what about the city? When people asked why there was no funding, the answers were always the same. It's been a tough year. Federal cuts. Sorry, the budget got slashed. And people accepted that? Kids sat on broken chairs? Budgeting issues? Police had no tablets? Efficiency measures. Sounds ridiculous now, but that was everyday life in Dixon. Meanwhile, Rita was flying business class to horse shows in Dallas, buying a new stallion with champion bloodlines and a trailer with Wi-Fi and climate control for her prize horses. Let me give you just a taste of where the city's money went. An average horse, $120,000. Top-tier stallion, $245,000. Custom trailer, $250,000. In her yard, a shaded training arena. Rita bought a Corvette, Cadillac, Ferrari, Thunderbird. Her car collection had over 20 vehicles, just for her. In Dixon, there was one bus for the whole town. Rita had her own auto showroom. Handbags, 400. Diamond rings, 80. Watches, earrings, pearls, countless. And all full price, never on sale. The inside of her mansion looked like a movie set about wealth. Marble everywhere, crystal chandeliers, oak furniture. The bathroom was the size of the mayor's office. And all of this? Built off the taxes of a town where kids studied from textbooks printed in the 90s. Firefighters painted their own garages, and the town swing had squeaked for 8 years straight. Rita wasn't just stealing. She was building a luxury empire out of other people's taxes, step by step and year after year. And with every dollar, she thought, why not just one more trailer? Because when you're the face of trust, no one looks too closely at what's in your hands. And in hers were $53 million. So it's no surprise that even when the city cut its education budget, no one asked, wait, why does Rita have a brand new trailer and a new horse named I'm Money? I mean, how could you suspect the lady in every newspaper photo with the mayor, whose champion horses made the hometown proud, and who was featured in magazines under headlines like Successful Businesswoman from Illinois? Then came 2011. Rita was 58, white fur coat, diamonds, and another horse show on the horizon. She told the city, I'll be gone a couple of months, polishing my champion image. But someone had to take over while she was gone. And that someone was a woman the official report simply calls Swan. This wasn't Swan's first time covering for Rita. Every time Rita left for a show, Swan stepped in. And every time, everything seemed routine. Until one day, Swan called the bank. Hi, I need the statements for the city's accounts. Which one exactly? Just send me all the ones you have. And the bank sent 7. Swan looked through them. Okay. Wait, what's this? The 7th account was named Reserve Sewer Capital Development Account, supposedly for sewer improvements, but no such fund existed. Swan felt a chill and went straight to the mayor with the documents. The mayor looked at them and said, "This smells like fraud," and immediately called the FBI. And from there, it played out like a movie. FBI agents dove deep. They pulled 10 years of bank statements, cross-referenced every check, every number, and were shocked. From a small-town budget, $53,740,394.51 was gone. Just take a second to let that number sink in. April 2012. FBI agents walked into Dixon's City Hall and arrested Rita Crundwell right at her desk, right in front of her coworkers, the same people who'd once called her the heart of the city. She sat there calmly, same posture as always, as if nothing had happened, but something had, and no doctored spreadsheet could cover it up anymore. Fast forward to 2013, a federal courtroom. Gone was the smiling parade lady, the horse show queen, the city's favorite employee. Now, just an accused woman in an orange jumpsuit. The prosecutor didn't need to say much. The largest municipal fraud in US history. One woman, 22 years, $53 million. The judge asked, "Do you plead guilty, Ms. Crundwell?" Rita replied simply, "Yes, Your Honor." She confessed to everything. The fake account, Heron, the forged checks. Heron, the false reports, all her doing. The money, gone. On horses, cars, and diamonds. But the worst part? She couldn't explain why it was never enough. She was sentenced to 19 years and 7 months in federal prison. She was 60 at the time. Do the math. She wouldn't get out until nearly 8-0. And the city finally exhaled. But of course, it didn't end there. 2021. COVID hits. Rita files for early release. Poor health, age, please let me out. And she got it. After only 8 years in prison, she walked free. The city in disbelief. This isn't fair. She never even apologized. She didn't just steal money, she stole trust. The feds sold off her horses, cars, jewelry, and recovered about $40 million. But those were just numbers. Not a single mayor, auditor, or inspector was punished. No resignations, no, "We're sorry, we missed this." Only one person went to prison, Rita. And only one thing truly died, the public's trust. So next time you see someone in the office who's too dedicated, stays late every night, but lives way beyond their pay grade, maybe it's worth asking, who's really paying for all that? Because sometimes it's you. Enjoyed this story? Leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Now you know.